Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are just a couple of months away, and we had an awesome new trailer revealed last week during the Pokemon Presents, but apparently even more screenshots have been released on the Japanese website. Today, we're gonna break down even more features you might have missed, and even some secret ones that I haven't seen a lot of people pointing out from these screenshots. So smash like if you guys are excited for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, because I recently did a poll and apparently people are more excited for Legends Arceus, but it seems that the videos for the remakes are getting a lot more views on my channel, so I don't know exactly what that means. Hopefully you guys like this one too, and if you haven't, subscribe already because more is coming up soon. So let's get into these new screenshots, and a huge shout out to Cerebi for compiling all of these. And we're gonna start with the Pokemon Select screen, which we did see in the trailer is basically an HD recreation of the original, even down to when you actually pick the Pokemon themselves, as we see Turtwig here, literally the same aesthetic as the original Diamond and Pearl, with like the circle popping up and the Pokemon model, not exactly sprites anymore. So I'm curious if this little model will be animated. I mean, I would hope so, because a static image of Turtwig would be a little shoddy. Next, we have the Fire Monkey Chimchar, my favorite of the bunch personally, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to be picking Chimchar. I know a lot of you want to know which starter I'm going to pick for Diamond and Pearl, but that's a topic for another video. I'll probably do like my team for Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, or at least the ones that I'm hoping to get, which may just include Little Piplup, the final starter here, which of course evolves into a Water Steel type, and Polion. So no matter which one you choose, these are all very cute, and we can see them kind of in action as well. Turtwig using that Razor Leaf. Chimchar with the Ember, I'm guessing. It does look a lot more epic than just a tiny little fireball. And of course, Bubble from Piplup, or Bubble Beam. It looks pretty intense, honestly. It could be Bubble Beam. But no matter what it is, all of these moves animations are definitely looking like an improvement on what I remember from Sword and Shield. It might actually be the same, but just with the better lighting and shading. And even that reflection on Dawn, I mean, it kind of looks like she's just floating on the water there, but I do really like the changes to the lighting and the overall aesthetic that we see in these updated screenshots. Like, look at this scene of Lucario in the sunset. It looks so good, man, especially compared to that first trailer where everything was just super bright and kind of flat looking. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it. Even though I did go to art school, it turns out I'm actually not that good at technical names of things. But we're not just talking about graphics in this video. You saw the thumbnail, I know you're waiting for it, so here it is. Co-op is apparently going to be a thing in the underground. It looks hilarious how there's multiple Dawns and Lucases running about. So it turns out this was already a feature in the original Diamond and Pearl with the DS wireless communication. You'd be able to interact with other players in the underground and talk to each other like NPCs, just like the wild area in Sword and Shield. And this was actually how you get Spiritombs, so it makes sense that this would be in the remakes. And especially with the Pokemon hideaways, which is obviously new for these games, so you can explore Pokemon dens with your friends. Also, down in the underground, we can spot some more fire Pokemon. Little Numel back there, who I don't think appeared in the original Diamond and Pearl, and Magby, which did appear, but not until much later in the game. So I'm really hoping that you can access these Pokemon hideaways relatively early to add more variety to teams, especially fire types, because there was like only 2. I'm glad to see the mining minigame itself remains pretty much the same as it was in the original, because it was perfect as it is. And through this, you could of course obtain spheres that you can trade for items, but you can also find things like evolutionary stones that evolve certain Pokemon from Sinnoh, like Gallade will now hopefully be obtainable earlier on. So again, adding more team variety, definite plus. The one part I'm not too sure about, and these screenshots don't really provide too much clarity, are these Pokemon statues, or more specifically, the glowing red orb down here. Seemingly changes color depending on what statues you have in your secret base. From a pure white when it's totally empty to a kind of gray tone with just Snorlax there. But once Charizard gets into the mix, it turns to red, and then with Venusaur it stays red. That is until Turtwig shows up, and then it goes green. So I'm really confused about all this, but I feel that it's based on what type is currently dominating your space. Since we know the statue's effects are raising the appearance of certain types of Pokemon, and when there's 3 water Pokemon statues present, the orb glows blue, so it's all kind of confusing, honestly. Even looking up at the minimap in the corner during the trailer, I don't really get what's going on with all these question marks. One thing I do know is sprites are officially gone. They are a thing of the past entirely. Even up to Sword and Shield, there were still sprite artworks in the menus, like the status screen here, for example, or maybe this is like when you first register it to the Pokedex. You can see the icon for Bidoof there is just a scaled down version of its in-game model with like an outline, rather than the Pokemon sprites we were used to seeing in every game. Even the 3D ones like Sword and Shield still had the little Pokemon follower sprite, which always brought me back to the good old days of Pokemon. Okay, I shouldn't say that. I do like the 2D games a lot aesthetically, but like I also like the 3D games. Like the graphics are getting better every generation. Another thing I totally forgot to mention in my past videos is Manafee. As an early purchase bonus, you can get a Manafee egg via mystery gift, and you can see it is looking very cute here in the battle scene. That lighting, man, it's so improved over the last trailers. I'm just amazed, honestly, like how much better it is, and definitely makes me more hyped to play these games. Like, can we just get them tomorrow? You know, I wouldn't mind. Of course, at the beginning of the game, you probably noticed that our character isn't wearing their signature beret, which I always thought looked kind of goofy anyway, so it's nice to see the full head of hair is now free. Of course, we know you can now customize your character at the beginning of the game to choose your skin tone, and you can buy new outfits for your character, which are now called styles. In Veilstone City, we've got the Metronome Style Shop, which is actually replacing the Game Corner, or like the spot where the Game Corner used to be. Rest in peace, Game Corner. I wasn't expecting it to come back since we didn't have it in Omega Ruby either, but like, why? Kids go to the arcade all the time, and sure, there's no slot machines, so like, get rid of it and give us Voltorb Flip like Heart Gold, or come up with some new mini games. I feel like the Game Corner is so fun, and they could even have like exclusive prizes like Pokeball seals, or I don't know, special accessories for your Pokemon. At least in the old Pokemon contest, you could dress up your Pokemon too. Doesn't look like that's a thing anymore. Honestly, I don't know how the frick these contests work in this game. There's like a rhythm mini game, but also you get to choose what attack you want to use, which has just made me realize Turtwig now has Leafage. So that's probably what that was back at the beginning, not Razor Leaf. And confirms Pokemon will have updated movesets, including moves from the current generation like Sword and Shield. Now, of course, we know following Pokemon are back, one of the most beloved features of Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and it looks awesome here. You can see big ol' Abomasnow treading through the snow. But more importantly, in this screenshot, we can see the Rock Smash rocks are definitely back, and so are the rock climb spots. In Mount Coronet, we saw those in the trailer, which begs the question, will HMs still be a thing? Or will they introduce items, or perhaps something like Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, where we had the special moves? Someone in the comments actually pointed out that HMs are way less annoying now because we have a portable PC box, or at least in Sword and Shield and Let's Go, we could pull up the Pokemon PC box anywhere, anytime. So even if HMs are back, if you have that one Bidoof just carrying all of them for you, you don't need it to necessarily have it on your team 24/7. You could just pull it out whenever you need it, but that still seems pretty tedious to me, like having to go through all those menus just to smash one rock. I definitely think they're gonna make it easier, so my guess is there's probably a key item or just some kind of replacement to HMs that allows you to use Rock Smash, as long as you've unlocked it from like the right NPC or basically gotten far enough in the story. And finally, we have the best feature of Diamond and Pearl, the Gym Badge case, where you could, of course, shine them until they're squeaky clean, literally making that little squeaky sound as you rub them. And I'm guessing you can do that in these games too. I mean, they've had the tiniest of little details remade one-to-one. So I really hope that this is a thing too, since of course the Switch is touchscreen, so you could use your finger to clean those badges while dirtying up your real-life Switch, putting smudges all over the screen. But what's more important, really? Your Switch being clean or those badges? Thank you so much for watching, and let me know if there's anything else I might have missed hidden in those screenshots or trailers that you spotted, because there's definitely some sneaky details hiding everywhere for these games.